Why my wife doesn't want to make love with me. And my name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. I'm going to give you some specific reasons that may apply, and then I'm going to go into a much more important realm, you might say, of what really is happening. And in my opinion, the things that I'm going to give you first, the sort of typical hot buttons for women, probably isn't the reason. But you never know. And so let's get those out of the way. Because if all things are normal and your marriage is pretty good, but she just doesn't really want to have sex with you, there could be some reasons, specific reasons. So let's hit those first. So the number one, first of all, let's create an umbrella understanding. So there's a good reason why she doesn't want to make love to you. You need to accept that. And you also need to accept that it is you. It isn't her. Because women typically want to make love because for them it is the best vehicle of communicating their love and loyalty to their husband. So let's forget about it being her problem. Let's focus on what it is that is your problem. Okay, so we're going to create a little list. Number one, women do not like to be rushed into sex. We're exposed to pornography, even on television. We're exposed to the very shallow idea of sexuality and the role that sexuality plays in our lives to relieve frustration, to have pleasure. It's recreational in our society. So even though you're asking, why doesn't my wife want to make love to me, understand that in our society we use that term beyond loosely, because that's not really what's going on. What's really going on is she doesn't want to have sex with you, because if it was really she doesn't want to make love to you, we would be speaking at a much different level, wouldn't we? But she doesn't want to have sex with you because, number one, she's probably being rushed. Men think you walk in the door, you unbutton your shirt, or you have some wine, you prep her, you prime her, and bada boom. But it isn't like that for women. Women, just like men, are driven primarily by the drive to survive. It's true. We're souls, so that's not what should be happening, but it is what's happening because we have turned our lives over to our bodies and our minds. So the woman's drive to survive, when it comes to her man, is all about trust. It's all about the man is there to protect her. And I know there's a lot of gospel out there, which is false, about the man being the head of the household, the dominant factor, blah, blah, blah. But that's twisted. What really it is about her relying on her man for protection. That's the biological driving force here. So if she can trust you as a step, the next step is getting close to you, and the next step is falling into your arms to make love with you. So what's happening is, because men don't understand that, and they think she should just be responsive to his needs, if that's what's happening with you, that's what's going on. And you need to slow it down. You need to send her the signals that are letting her know she's safe. Smile, compliments, loving touches, not sexual, loving touches, being very supportive, understanding, letting her talk about her day, letting her get it out, trusting you as someone she can trust, communicating with you as the one who she can share her feelings with. It all ties back. It all goes back. I hope you can see what I'm talking about. So that's the number one problem that most men have when it's just issue related. And that expands into how you are running your side of the marriage, because it's quite likely you're not doing it for her sake, you're doing it for your sake. Another thing about trust, isn't it? So you have that. Another reason that is not the reason so often anymore is cleanliness. But I'm going to bring it up because it's still out there. Somewhere along the line, men think that they learn to think that the manly smell after working out or working hard is a turn-on for women. And it isn't. It's a turn-off. It's a disgusting smell. And when I was a kid, we saw it in the movies, and it's nonsense. So bathing is critical. Proper grooming is critical. You have to be presenting yourself in a way that is appealing on that plane. Again, it ties in to the drive to survive and the filters that your wife as a woman has in place subconsciously. So those are two big ones. Another one is that men think that, God knows where this came up. There's this idea of makeup sex, and so men have it in their head that if you have a good fight, you get to make up. Nothing could be further from the truth. It just isn't that way. I don't know where that originated, but it's stupid. And you may say, oh no, I've had that experience. It isn't that, and it certainly shouldn't be manipulated into your repertoire so that you can have sex with your wife through manipulation, man-nipulation. Your wife needs to be comfortable with you. That's another thing. She needs to feel like you're someone she wants to have sex with. So you got to ask yourself, what am I doing that is different from what I did back in the early days when my wife wanted to have sex with me? Now, obviously, when women are controlled somewhat by their cycle, and there's a time when they want to have sex because they're biologically driven to, it would be such a shame if that was the only time you had sex with your wife. You should be having sex with your wife pretty often, because it shouldn't be having sex with your wife. It should be making love with her, which was your words when you did the search. So let's get into marriage now a little bit. Marriage, you got married in order to be happy. You got married in order to experience unconditional love, right? So did your wife. So the question comes up, because what's happening now is if you're not having sexual intercourse with your wife and you want it, it means that you're not taking care of each other's needs. Which means that although, yes, in this case, she's not taking care of yours, it's a reciprocation for you not taking care of hers. Now, some men will go to their wife and go, what do you need? It's a very mathematical equation for them. I'll take care of you, you take care of me. And I suppose in some societies, it's still happening, where women marry for money and men have an expectation of sex, and those don't work. They're usually just lease programs, and it's missing the whole point of marriage. The whole point of marriage is to be happier every day of your life. The whole point of marriage is to experience unconditional love. Now, you're not doing anything to make that happen. So that's like getting into the car and sitting there and waiting for the engine to start on its own. You need to prepare the car to drive, you need to turn it on, you need to put it in gear, etc. And so being married, which is like the highest of all relationships, needs to have your positive and planned and proper input so that it functions at the highest level. That's tough for you because you have no idea even why you got married. I had to tell you, you got married to be happy. You go, sure, but you didn't know that before I told you. You didn't know it consciously. And if you don't know it consciously, then that's not enough. You got to know consciously. You pick up a power tool, you know what you're going to do with it. You don't make assumptions. And you got to take care of everything. And you haven't been taking care of the marriage. So this is fixable. It's super fixable. But it's not super fixable directly, unless it was one of the things I brought up earlier, which might do it. But what will really do it is to change your ideas about sex into the true understanding that sex and marriage should be all about making love. Making love. Love is the word that we should focus on. And if it's just about sex, no one's going to be satisfied because it is a physical, material thing and it loses its luster after a period of time. But if you're doing it about making love, it becomes an experience that becomes deeper and deeper. But you can't just jump into this now. You can't pretend, oh, okay, I got it. I got it. And that used to be me. Oh, I got it. It won't work. You have to recreate your marriage from the bottom up. You got to be patient with this. You got to redevelop a relationship that is based on unconditional love. And this term unconditional love is probably new to you. So in terms of understanding its place in marriage. So you got to get some knowledge behind you. You could use either of my books. You get those through the Marriage Foundation, or you could take the course for men. Probably the best thing to do is take the course because it'll really hold you to task in terms of what you need to learn and in the right order. But definitely, this is solvable. So the people, unless your marriage is already going to hell, if your marriage is already going to hell, you're going to take the course anyway to try and save it. But I don't get that it's going to hell for you. If you're looking this up, you're on the verge of it going to hell. So I'm saying really learn about marriage, really learn about what your responsibilities as a man are, so you can apply yourself to producing an environment, which is what a marriage is. It's an environment that is just off the charts in terms of happiness, in terms of satisfaction. Because a good marriage, which is up to you, is amazing. It's amazing. The return on investment, the ROI, is phenomenal. But you don't know anything about it. So you got to start learning. Watch more of my videos, subscribe to the channel, like this, so I feel good about sharing this information with you, and move yourself in the right direction. Make it happen. You married your soulmate. You might as well get the benefits that go along with it. So I hope this was helpful to you. For me it's easy, so I hope I'm not making it sound too easy, because there is some work on your part that you have to do. But the main point is you have free will. you have volition, so you're able to make it happen. The sales pitch I have for you is that you can do this. It's well within the realm of reality, not just possibilities, but you're going to have to put in the effort. It's worth it. Trust me. There is nothing happier than a happier marriage. Nothing. It's amazing. And when you're running your marriage well, your marriage gets, and you get, happier every single day of your life, as does your wife. So hope this was helpful. If you have a particular problem, write into our counselors. It's a free service from the Marriage Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization, and hopefully we can be of service to you. So other than that, blessings to you, blessings to your wife and your family, and I hope you gain something from this. I truly do. God bless and take care.